Okay. All right. I guess we're recording, right? So, Dennis Caye here with Belize Real Estate. I'd like to welcome the two newest property owners to Ambergris Caye. So it's Jim and Tammy.
Hi.
Good morning.
So welcome. So where are you guys from, and how did you get involved with Belize?
You start.
Well, I'm from Southern Indiana, and about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I was looking at retirement stuff, and Belize come up on my radar, and I started looking into it, put it off to the side. And then I met this guy, and he was like a few months into dating, just so you know, I'm going to retire in Belize. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he was like, you know where Belize is? I was like, are you kidding me? So that's my half of it.
So you got to have the important conversations up front, right?
Exactly.
Right.
That's right.
I wanted to know I wasn't sticking around. I'm out of here. But yeah, she decided that she wanted to follow me. So I'm originally from Southern Indiana. I'm now in North Carolina with work. I went to Belize in the end of 2014, 2015 on a dive trip, and just fell in love with the place. And I honestly haven't seen a lot of the country because I got there, got on a liverboard dive boat, and was out diving all week. But from what I seen and the people that I met, I fell in love with the place. And the more, when I got back, the more research I'd done on Ambergris Caye and Caye Caulker and Placencia and all those areas, the more I learned, the more I was all in. And when I met her, I'm like, how often am I going to meet somebody else crazy enough to want to move to Central America?
Oh,
So
that's good. That's good. So what are your plans as far as moving down, retiring down? Is that a long ways off, or is that going to come up quickly?
right now, I actually just watched one of your videos. I think it was last week, and you were saying, something about putting a Post-it note on a $5 bill. This is for the coffee, putting a date on things. And she's down here this week visiting, and I told her, I said, I'm getting ready to, this week we're moving into a townhome, and starting a new year lease there. And I told her, I said, okay, 2 years there, and then we're going. That we've put a date on it.
Awesome.
So 2 years from this week is my goal, our goal.
Our goal.
Our
Yes.
goal.
Man, that is great.
He did ask, Dennis.
Yeah, I did ask.
He did ask.
Yeah. If not, he's sure going to miss you.
I'm telling you.
Oh, well, it's funny. I told the story before, but it's a short story. When Steph and I got married, she said, I want to live abroad. I want to, live outside the US and travel the world. And I was like, yeah, no, I have no desire. Not only no desire to live abroad, I didn't have any desire to go anywhere. I mean, I was raised, we were from Michigan. We took a couple vacations a year, but I didn't have that mindset to go live somewhere. So when I finally got the bug, because, as wives do, a good wife will often, kind of convince you to do things. And we didn't have any money. We were just living paycheck to paycheck, but we got this big plastic Coke bottle bank from like the Myers or the store. And every week I'd put $10 in it. And I said, you know what, maybe in 1 year we'll have enough to fly down and check out the country. So we flew down, checked out the country. And then like you guys, we set a date, said in 1 year, that's it, we're moving. And I think it was July 5th, 2003 is when we made the move.
Sorry about that, Dennis.
Oh, no problem. It's all good.
This is real time.
Real informal, unedited. So
The dog just got the plug.
So where did you end up purchasing property?
We've got a lot. It's a third row lot in the Punta Azul subdivision up by the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville Resort.
Nice.
And it's a nice sized lot. I mean, right now, we just kind of keep batting ideas around for that lot,
Mhm.
whether or not we want to do a home and some rental cabanas, or just all rental cabanas and get something over by Sunset Beach for the home.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just really kind of
Yeah.
batting those ideas around.
Okay, okay.
So,
Yeah, I know that area real well. Steph and I owned property up there for several years, and we would spend 2 months a year up in that area, but it's a really pretty area. The reef is real close to the beach. I mean, it's
yeah,
a short kayak right away.
yeah,
You have the United Nations World Heritage Site up there called the Bacar Chico National Park and Marine Reserve. It is pristine, you know.
yeah,
And the good thing is there is more development taking place up near there as well. So there's some grocery stores, not right at Punta Azul, but a lot closer than there used to be. So there's
yeah.
bigger resorts going in. There's Sapphire Beach. There's other resorts that have been built up over time. And so that'll give you guys some options along with Jimmy Buffett's when that opens up too. So that's pretty
Yeah.
exciting.
Well, one of the things that I really liked about that lot was it was up in a less developed area, and we're going to have a lot more time. Once we get the lot paid for, we got a lot more time to make the plans.
Mhm.
And uh, there's not a lot developed up there yet. We're going to be right in there when it starts getting developed, because with all those resorts going up through there, it's going to,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
but we really do like the Secret Beach area too. That's where we actually originally started looking, and then you popped up with some lots available up there, and I think it was shortly after the first time that we had actually talked,
Yeah.
and you came up with those lots up there, and for the size of the lot and the location to the beach and the reef,
Mhm.
I was like, we need to jump on one of those for the price point and everything. And it worked out really good,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like we talked to you one week and the next week we was putting an offer in. I told you we was all in.
You did say you were serious. So good. Awesome.
So
Well,
yeah,
listen, just go ahead. Go ahead, Jim.
we're ready. I mean, we're ready. I mean, we're the first time we talked, uh, Tammy and I had just been dating for 4 years, and then we invested in this lot together, and all that. And then I got to thinking, and I was like, well, we're doing all this investing together and all this stuff. I probably ought to put a ring on it. So,
I said yes.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
so we're getting married on January 2nd. And as long as the COVID restrictions keep working the way they're working, which I hope they do. I don't. I'm tired of the COVID, but I know it's something that's not going away. But as long as those all still work in our favor, we're planning on coming down the 3rd through the 11th
Mhm.
on January, and it's going to be kind of a combination honeymoon trip and research trip.
Yeah.
We're kind of
Nice.
hoping to meet up with some expats and stuff. We're staying at Casanova Cabanas.
Yep.
So the folks there we're really kind of wanting to chat with, and just to get the feel of the place, and some of the people who's already moved there, and get their you know do's and don'ts,
Yeah,
you
absolutely. Yeah.
and that kind of thing, because we're going to take several of our days and enjoy our honeymoon, but we also want to learn,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well,
But,
Kevin and Nova, who own Casanova Cabanas, they built that from scratch. I sold them the property. They're great people. You're going to love it there. It depends on who else is on at the same time, but there's a lot of other people I can put you in touch with, builders and, Ursel or Armando Grenier and different builders.
right.
And yeah, so you'll be having a good time. You'll be having a good
Yeah.
time. This is exciting.
It
So
is
feel
very-
free to share our email and contact information and everything with whoever you might think we might want to get in touch with. We would love that. We would love to be able to, schedule that around our honeymoon and be able to. We're wanting to spend a few days just talking to people.
Yeah.
and
Good,
getting
good for
the
you.
feel of the island and, looking around the island, and like I said, I hope the COVID restrictions are lifted up enough that we can really do that.
Right, right.
Go around. I don't mind wearing a mask going around places if we have to.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the one time I was down there, I didn't get to go to Ambergris Caye,
Right.
and she's never been there. So
You guys are in for a treat.
I'm excited.
we're looking forward to it.
Great. It's one of those places that when you land and you get off the plane, first of all, you're like, wow, this is different. This is like, I just stepped back. This is not United States anymore, right?
Yeah.
And once you're there, it's like, wow, this is something special,
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because I do the real estate thing. It's and other people would tell you, once you get there, you start talking to locals who are the friendliest, genuine people I've ever met in my life. Laid back, welcoming. You're just going to feel really good driving around, talking to people. People are going to get to know you real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had, I kid you not, I just got an email from a client named Jana and Ronnie. Jana did a video with me last week, and her husband flew in Sunday, and she just emailed and she said, people are recognizing her at the resort as a property owner from that one video I did, because the rumor has it on the island, she owns property now. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're going to get to know lots of people when you're there. And
That's great.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to it.
Mhm.
Just my little limited exposure when I was there. There was a few days that I wasn't on the boat, and I was staying in a hotel there in Belize City. But everybody that I ran into, I went for a walk, and just everybody I ran into were just genuine, friendly people, willing to, help you out if you needed a direction or something like that. I just fell in love with the place.
nice.
It was January and it was 85 degrees, and I was like, this is cool.
Awesome.
I like this.
Definitely gonna be different than Southern Indiana, that's for sure.
Yes, exactly. And you hope the day you fly out is just miserable, ice cold, just.
Exactly. In January, it very well could be.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, hey, one more thing before I let you go. Steph and I are planning this 21 Epic Days in Belize video series, where
Right.
when we get back, as soon as it's safe for us to get back, we want to do these 21 epic days. So one of your days for your trip in January, what would be like your epic day in Belize? Like, what do you see yourself doing for the honeymoon part, not for the real estate part?
Right.
Mhm.
For the enjoyment part.
Yeah.
Do you want me to? I'll go.
You
I
go first.
actually already sent this to you, Dennis, but my thought was, Tammy's a fairly new certified diver. My thought was an epic day would be in the morning, go out for like a 2-tank dive trip on a morning, one morning up on the reef, the local reef area there, do 2-tank dive, come back and have a nice lunch at one of the many wonderful restaurants that I've been reading about. And then, a nice laid back lunch and everything. And then maybe a catamaran sunset cruise.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh man, you got it. That's a winner right there.
The one thing that, well, you added.
Yeah, I said I would like the lunch, the relaxed lunch, and I've seen the restaurants where they come out and you're sitting in the water.
Yeah.
They serve you out in the picnic tables that you're actually in the water and having your lunch, and or if you have an afternoon time, if it permits, to go for the tubing in the caves.
Oh,
That
okay.
would be, yes.
That would have to be a second day.
Yeah. This day is wonderful. So our day of adventure would be do some, eating in the water and going on the cave tubing. I just think that sounds like an awesome thing to do.
Oh man, that's exciting. Yeah, the cave tubing is neat. That's an all-day trip by itself, because you got to get to the mainland. And the cave, where you go cave tubing is pretty far inland and pretty far in the jungle. So it's no joke. I mean, it's a ways in there. but it's a lot of fun.
But that is on our to-do list.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not this honeymoon trip, but that will be,
Yeah.
that's the neat thing that just from what I
Yeah.
have seen and read about Belize is even if you live on Ambergris Caye, there's plenty of places to vacation within the country.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You can go into the rainforest, you can go to the Mayan ruins, you can go to Placencia, which from what I've read is a whole different feel and atmosphere than Ambergris Caye or Caye Caulker, or it's,
Yeah.
it's
so diverse
there's-
from the beach and the reef to mountains and the rainforest
Yeah.
and caves and stuff. It's like, wow.
yeah, it's awesome.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
have a great time. We won't be able to be there with you this time, but hopefully we can plan a day together when we all get back there on island, and we'll do some of this fun stuff together.
Okay.
That would be great.
All right. Thanks,
That
guys.
would be awesome.
Appreciate you working with us and looking forward to seeing you down in Belize.
Oh, we're looking forward to it,
Thank
Dennis.
you.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
Bye.